So you did it. You've built something that could genuinely change the world. The idea is brilliant, the prototype actually works, but now you're staring down a massive question.
How do you take that brilliant idea and protect it on a global scale? I mean, this is the critical next step for any ambitious founder. And let's be honest, it can feel incredibly daunting. And the path to getting it done, well, it's probably not what you think.
That's right. The first thing to know is that the idea of a single magical patent that gives you automatic worldwide protection, it's a myth. In reality, every country has its own patent office, its own language, its own set of rules and fees, and that creates a huge, huge challenge. And that challenge is what we're calling the global patent puzzle. For a startup that needs to move fast and be smart with its cash, trying to solve this puzzle the old-fashioned way can be a serious roadblock. You see, the traditional route is a total pressure cooker. After you file your first patent application, this imaginary 12-month clock starts ticking. You've got just 1 year to file separate, expensive, and super complex applications in every single country you might want to do business in. For a young company, that's a massive cash burn based almost entirely on guesswork.
But what if there was a smarter way? A way to keep all your global options open without drowning in paperwork and fees right out of the gate. Well, this is where the Patent Cooperation Treaty, or PCT, comes in. Think of it as an elegant solution that puts you into a strategic holding pattern.
And this is absolutely crucial to get right. The PCT is not a patent. It's a unified process. It basically streamlines the very first phase of filing in a bunch of countries by letting you submit a single international application. This is the key that unlocks a much more strategic approach.
This holding pattern metaphor is just perfect. Instead of forcing you to make huge, scary financial commitments right away, the PCT lets you secure your place in line all around the world while buying you the one asset every single startup needs more of: time.
So just how much time are we talking about? Well, by filing a single PCT application, you extend your decision window from that super stressful 12 months to a much more manageable 30 months from your original filing date.
Let that sink in. That is an absolute game changer. An extra 1.5 years of breathing space. That's time to build your product, to actually test the market, talk to customers, and, critically, raise the funds you need before you have to commit to those expensive foreign filings.
Okay, so you might be wondering, how does this journey actually work? Let's break down the international route step by step so you can see exactly how this timeline unfolds.
All right, let's walk through this together. It all kicks off at month 0, when you file your first priority application, which is usually in your home country. That locks in your invention date. From there, the clock starts, and you have up to 12 months to file that single PCT application. Then, around month 16, you get some really crucial intelligence back. This all leads up to the big 30-month deadline, which is when you finally have to decide which countries you want to actually enter.
So that crucial intelligence I just mentioned, that's the International Search Report. Basically, a professional patent examiner scours global databases and gives you an objective, expert opinion on how new and inventive your idea really is compared to everything else that's already out there.
For a startup, this report is pure gold. Seriously, it's like getting an early diagnostic test for your patent's health. It lets you gauge your chances of success, maybe even tweak your claims or pivot your whole strategy before you spend a single dollar on those expensive national filings.
And this is where it all clicks. This is where the PCT evolves from just a legal process into a powerful business tool. That extra time isn't for sitting around, it's for turning your patent plan into a core part of your actual growth strategy.
So think about it. During that 30-month window, you can go out and secure your Series A funding round. You can validate that people actually want your product. You can use real data to see if your key markets are in Europe or Asia or right here in North America. You're building investor confidence and making massive decisions based on hard facts, not just hopeful guesses.
You know, one of the sources we looked at put it just perfectly. The PCT lets you move at the pace of your business, not the pace of patent bureaucracy. You are no longer being forced to make these massive legal bets before your business is even ready for them.
And hey, don't underestimate this point. When you're in a due diligence meeting with potential investors, having a pending PCT application is an incredibly powerful signal. It tells them you're thinking strategically, that your technology has real global potential, and that you're building a company that is made to last.
Now, as powerful as the PCT is, it's not a magic wand. To use it effectively, you have to be really clear-eyed about what it does and what it doesn't do. So let's get into the reality check.
First, remember, The PCT doesn't actually grant you a patent, it's just an application process. It delays the big costs, but trust me, they are still waiting for you down the road. Approval isn't guaranteed either, since each country makes its own final decision. And while most major economies are members, you'll still have to file directly in any non-member countries.
But here's the twist, and this is the really clever part. Smart founders turn these limitations into leverage. The fact that the costs are delayed forces you to align your patent spending with your actual business growth. You end up spending money protecting markets only where you have proven you can win, which makes your IP budget incredibly efficient.
Which really leaves us with one final question to think about for your own venture. The PCT gives you the tools to build an IP strategy that's based on data and real-world validation, not guesswork. It allows you to protect your most valuable asset intelligently, setting you up for true global success. The only question left is, are you using it?